Okay, so one more thing I want to make with this analog digital converter is I want to make a simple program that when you twist the potentiometer, it changes the brightness of an LED. So we're going to start by opening up PSOC Creator, and we'll just make a new project. We'll call it LED Brightness. To start, I'm going to need the digital output pin. It's going to be my LED, and I'm going to call it LED. And we'll leave it to have a hardware connection because we're going to add a PWM to control the brightness of the LED. So you can place our PWM here, and then we'll just open it up and change some settings in here. We're going to change it to 8-bit, and we'll leave it at UDB, and we're just going to change it to one output. The period by default, mine was at 255, but if it's not, change it to 255 or hit max. And this is the maximum of an 8-bit number, so the max 8-bit number is 255. So then just hit apply and OK, and then press W and we'll wire PWM to the LED. PWM also requires a clock, so we can go ahead and add one of those. Next, we're going to have to make the ADC component, and that's the part that reads the position of the potentiometer. So first we'll start by adding the pin, and the pin is going to be an analog pin and ports and pins. So analog pin. And we can call this, I'm just going to call it pot for potentiometer, and I'll hit OK. And then I'll look for an ADC that can read the voltage on this pin. So I'm going to use an SAR ADC, or a successive approximation register, and I'll wire it in there. And I'm just going to change this to ADC SAR. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the resolution down to 8-bit. And this is just for convenience, so that way the number I get out of this 8-bit 8-bit SAR, I can just pass right into my PWM. If it passed a 16-bit number in, I'd have to do some scaling, but I can avoid that by just using an 8-bit resolution on the ADC. So everything here should be good. We're going to go click over to pins and do some pin assignments. My potentiometer is on pin 2.3, and my LED is on 2.1, I believe. Then I'll just press this button to build the code. I'll open up my main.c and we can start our code. So I'm going to start off by starting both the ADC SAR, so ADC SAR start, and then I'll also do start convert. And I'm also going to initialize the PWM. Next, in my main loop, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make an int, and I'm going to say val, and I'm going to say ADC SAR get result 16. Actually, I guess I should use 8-bit. So ADC SAR get result 8. Next, I'm just going to pass the value from the ADC SAR right back into the PWM. So I'll do PWM write compare, and then I will do val. And then I'm just going to add a little delay at the end so this doesn't happen too quickly. So I'll just go ahead and hit program, and we'll see if that worked. All right, so you've got our potentiometer here, and rotating it looks like it adjusts the brightness of the LED.